The monk Way of the Sun Soul can channel their energy to form devastating attacks. I talked to Mike Merles about this subclass in D&D.
So the Sun Soul Monk originated in the Forgotten Realms. There's this idea of the Sun Soul, the Sun Soul initiate as a monk, and it was originally presented in this Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide. And we've picked up a few of those subclass options, primarily ones that felt like they could have a home outside of the Forgotten Realms. And the Sun Soul is a little bit of a funny one because it is based on a specific element of the realms, but we found that it was very popular with players. And I think the idea of the monk who's channeling radiant energy to smite their foes just really appealed to people. Essentially what the Sun Soul monk can do is, if you think of the monk as a martial artist, this is the monk who can hurl energy bolts. If you played Street Fighter, I'm not going to try to make the sound, but if you played some of the characters, they have like they can hurl balls of spirit energy, ki energy. This is the monk who can do that. The Sun Soul can make short-range attacks using it just as a standard thing. They can use their ki to augment it and make more attacks. They can also make a cone attack by spending ki at higher levels, and eventually they can essentially throw a radiant version of a fireball. And so it's all about channeling their ki into searing radiant energy and using it to make area of effect or ranged attacks against their enemies. So it adds a bit of an element of versatility to the monk that you might not find in other paths that really focus on hand-to-hand combat.
And so that was already in the Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide.
Yeah, it's showed up there. It's tied to an order of monks in the Forgotten Realms, and we just felt like maybe it's just the Street Fighter influence, who knows, but it was one of those subclasses that seemed to have a lot of traction with people. They liked it. So we felt like the flavor in it wasn't so overwhelming and so realm specific that we could pull it out and make it a more general option. Okay. It also fits really well with the idea of, we often see monks tied to good deities. In some campaign settings, you'll have orders of monks that are tied to specific gods. And this felt like, while it's not overtly divine, we don't mention specifically like you must choose a god and things like that, it felt like a really good match for that kind of monastic order. The monks who are tied to a deity, it could be like Palor in the world of Greyhawk, or anything like that, or even a more general god of like monasticism and inner contemplation. It's almost like a midpoint between the classic unarmed fighting monk and the idea that we've had in some editions of the monk as a psionic using character. It's not psionics, but it's this idea of channeling your ki into pure energy that you're then using to strike enemies, with pretty spectacular, explosive attacks and things like that.
The Monk Way of the Sun Soul appears in both Xanathar's Guide to Everything and the Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide. You can purchase both of those books on dndbeyond.com by following the link in this video description. I'm Todd Kenrick. Thank you for watching.